Hi everybody and welcome to my, oops. Good thing it was Madeira cake, it's pretty solid. Hi everybody and welcome to my kitchen. We're making Madeira cake today. Who doesn't love a good slice of Madeira cake? Or in my case, a small slice, because we made 2 loaves. Now this recipe is the perfect Madeira cake. It is so traditional and the texture and the taste of this is better than that store-bought one you were eating, and I'm about to show you how quick and easy it was to make. So the first thing I'm going to remember to do today is tell you, put your oven on. So I've got my oven set at around the 170 and I've got a fan. If you don't have one, put your oven at about the 180. And then we just want to cream some butter and sugar. So we want 200 grams of sugar, and I'm just using my regular caster sugar. And that's going to be about 1 cup. And then we're putting 150 grams of butter. And my butter is a bit softer today because it's a bit warmer. And then we're just going to cream these together with our little handheld until it's nice, light and fluffy. And I've been using my little handheld quite a bit lately, haven't I? Being lazy. So you can do yours by hand if you want a bit of a workout, but I want to hurry mine along. And then once you've got it roughly combined, we can add some vanilla and lemon zest. So I'm just putting half a teaspoon of vanilla, and I am still using this one. It hasn't run out yet. And then I've got the zest of 1 lemon, and my lemon was about that size, so just a medium lemon. And you can see I peeled it and chopped it again. That is working for me so much better than grating. And then we can just get back to whisking and get this nice and light and fluffy. And oh, that smells good now. And you can see that this is just starting to come together. I'll get this a whisking and then I'll show you what it looks like. Oh, you'd think I'd never used this thing before. Oh. And then after a couple of minutes, you should see it lighten in colour, and that'll do ya. That's light and fluffy. And now we can add our eggs. Now we're adding 3 eggs to this, but we're just adding 1 at a time. And then just get them combined. Now when I put my first egg in, I don't worry too much about it. I just get it in there and get it combined. And you can see I didn't do a very good job of it. But now is when I take the opportunity to scrape down my bowl when I'm adding my next egg. And now I've got my second egg in. Every time we mix this, we want to make sure it's really nice and smooth. So just keep whisking it until you've got it lovely and smooth. And then 1 more egg, and there's our 3. And then once you've got it all nice and smooth, we can just set this aside and sift some of this flour. Now we want 225 grams of plain flour, and I'll just use my half cup measure and roughly tell you how much that is. And that's about 1.5 cups. And then we're putting 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. Now you can stir your flour in by hand, just do it a little bit at a time. But I'm just going to put my handheld on slow and just slowly sift this in. See how much mess I can make. At least it all went in the bowl. And then once you've got the last of your flour in, you just want to give this a really good mix until it's nice and smooth. And then once you've got it all combined and it's nice and smooth, we can give this guy a rest, scrape down our bowl and just add a little bit of lemon juice. Now for me, Madeira cake has always had that little zing of citrus in it. And you know, the Madeira cake is a UK thing. It's not from Madeira at all. It was called Madeira cake because it was served with Madeira wine. How's that one for you? But the Brits can own this one. So like I said, if you don't want to put lemon in yours, then just don't put it in. Maybe just put a teaspoon of vanilla, but I love the lemon in mine. So we want about 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. And I don't go for another fresh lemon. I just use the lemon that I've already zested and that'll do it. But if you're not putting lemon in yours, just put 3 tablespoons of hot water. It'll do the same thing. And I couldn't have made a bigger mess of that, could I? And now we can just whisk that lemon in until it's nice and smooth again. And that's it. A minute and a half, you should be done. Now this Madeira cake recipe is really good for a plain birthday cake. So if you wanted to make a cake and use the numbered tins and things like that, this recipe is perfect. Now for me, a traditional Madeira cake has to be a loaf. You can make this one round, but today I'm going 2 loaf pans. Now I found these little ones when I was poking around in one of those op shops, and I thought what a great size for a Madeira cake. So I'm going to see if my recipe fits in 2 of these. We'll see how we go. But usually I would just make this in a regular loaf pan. Now because we had so much success with our cake release scoop the other day, I'm opting to use that again. Now this is the same one that we made. What did we make? Oh, when we made Steve's legendary carrot cake, we greased the pan with this stuff. So I'm still using it. Now it did go solid when I put it in the fridge, but you sit that out on your bench and it's runny again in no time. So that's what I'm opting to put on my pans again today. Now I haven't tried this on those cinnamon donut muffins yet. If you guys get to that before I do, then you make sure you let me know. So I'm just giving that a really good paint with my goop. And I have trust that this is going to work, not a problem. You guys, you've had such great tips and tricks, haven't you? We combine all the things that you know versus the small amount of things that I know. And geez, we're going to have a really good thing going on. Never too old to learn something. Well, for some people it is, and we call them know-it-alls. So that's it, my pans are done. Now I'm just going to sit them on a tray because I'm not confident that these aren't going to overflow. We'll see how we go. If it's a disaster, you guys are along for the ride. Now because these are so small and narrow, I don't like my chances of pouring this in, and my batter is quite thick. So I'm just going to spoon it in here and try and get them as even as I can. And now I'll just give them a quick tap. And then I should tell you how big these pans are, shouldn't I? Now they're 26 centimetres by 8 centimetres, and they're only about 4 centimetres deep. So hopefully this doesn't come too far out of the top. Too bad, we're going for it. Now my oven should be up to the 170, so I'll get these in, and I reckon they're going to take about 35 minutes. But I'll just set my oven timer for 20 minutes, and I'll see what they're doing in about 20. In the meantime, I'll clean up some of this sugar. I flicked it everywhere. Now it was a good thing I didn't have that recording because I just stuck my thumb on my oven tray, and I'm glad you didn't hear what I said. So my 20-minute oven timer just went off and they're almost ready. So I reckon 25 minutes. 5 more minutes, they'll be done. Wow, I just burnt my finger. Now, I don't know if you guys buy the store-bought Madeira cake, but that cake, you can freeze it and eat it frozen. I've no idea what's in it, but I love Madeira cake and I even like that one. But the one that you make at home yourself is way better, and I'm sure you're gonna love it. And unlike the store-bought ones, this cake actually freezes and you can't eat it frozen. But it does defrost quite quick. Wow, that hurt. So that's 25 minutes. Let's have a look. Are they cooked? And I can tell you they didn't overflow. And look at that. Aren't they beautiful little cakes? Now it is so traditional for a Madeira cake to crack on the top. So when your cake cracks like that, don't be alarmed. That's exactly what it's supposed to do. But if you cook yours in a round pan, you won't get that nice top. But you will have a beautiful cake if you want to ice it. Now, although my skewer came out clean, for me, that still feels a little bit soft. I'm going in a couple more minutes. And I can see it coming away from the pan, so my goop's working. I've used it a few times now, and I can see me starting to rely on that stuff. It is so good. If you didn't watch the video when I made it, it was just 1/4 cup of plain flour and 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. I used olive oil. And I'm loving it. Let's get a rack. And I'm still enjoying heaps of lemons off my lemon tree. So if you have any lemon recipes that you want me to make, send them in because I've got loads of them. I've still got the tree netted. So I'm leaving them on the tree for as long as I can. It's just like having them stored outside. But they are the nicest lemons. Or if you live close and you want some lemons, let me know. I didn't put my timer on. What do you reckon that's been, about a minute? I reckon that's been about 2 minutes. I'm gonna get them back out. Oven off, I reckon they're good to go. And you can see that they've started to come away from the pans. So I reckon they're cooked. So just over 25 minutes for me for that size pan. This recipe makes about a 20 centimetre round cake tin size if you just want to do a round cake, and you're going to cook that for about 50-55 minutes. So I'll let those cool in the pans for just a couple of minutes, and then we'll turn them out onto the wire rack and they can cool completely, and then we can slice them up. And Madeira cake is just one of those beautiful, soft, dense cakes that you can just have when you don't want all the icing and you don't want all the jam and you don't want all the cream. You just want a slice of plain cake. And then once they've had a couple of minutes to cool, we can get them out, pop them on this wire rack and let them cool completely. See if they came out of my little pans. And they do perfectly. That stuff just works every time. Oh, nearly lost my cake. And you can see with the Madeira cake that it has that beautiful brown on the outside of it. Something special about that on a Madeira cake, isn't it? My brother Steve, I know, another Steve, right? I have a brother, Steve. Everybody is Steve. But anyway, we don't call him Steve, we call him something else. He is going to be so jealous when he sees these Madeira cakes because I don't tell him that I make Madeira cake because I know it's his favourite and he'll make me make it for him. He gets enough of those apricot balls. He's not getting a Madeira cake. So we'll just leave these here to cool on the rack, about 20 minutes I reckon, and then I'll make myself a coffee and we'll cut one of these cakes open and you can have a look inside. So Steve, this one is not for you. And Andrea, I'm still loving these measuring spoons. And Cameo, you can tell I'm still loving my apron. I managed to get that stain out of it. I don't know what it was, but I used my good old Sunlight soap and it came out not a problem. I'm still loving it. So our little cakes have had a chance to cool. So now I can have a slice with that coffee I was making. Now Madeira cake is such a good cake when you just don't want something too sweet. I won't put icing on this and I'm just going to leave it plain. It is such a beautiful cake. So do you like an end of the cake or do you go for the middle? Sometimes I like an end, but in this case, let's go for a middle slice. And there you have your beautiful Madeira cake. And this cake just has that perfect Madeira texture. It's dense, but it's still really nice, light and soft. Now, if you want yours a little bit bigger, just put it in one pan. Just do it in a loaf pan. But for me, when I'm just in between coffees, you know, that extra coffee that you have and you know you shouldn't be having anything with it, I just have a little bit of this. So you want me to have a taste and tell you what it tastes like? Sure I will. And that to me is absolutely perfect. It's got the perfect amount of lemon. And I have to have lemon in Madeira cake, it just works. I bet my brother's jealous about now, hey. Now the secret's out. He knows I make Madeira cake. But it is such a beautiful cake. I cannot wait for you guys to give this one a go. It is so basic, so simple, yet just so beautiful. Sometimes the simple things in life, hey? Now I'll slice this up and just pop it in the freezer. It freezes so well and it does keep about a week in an airtight container. So if you haven't had Madeira cake before, or you're sick of those store-bought ones that seem to last forever, there's nothing like a good piece of Madeira cake, and this recipe is going to give you a real cracker. So I can't wait for you guys to give this recipe a go, and until next time, you take care, and don't forget, send me in some recipes that I can use some of these lemons in. Take care, guys.